Look at some fixed income securities. One interesting fixed income securities is a TIP, also known as Treasury Inflation Protected Securities, TIPS, TIPS, and they try to protect the buyer from purchasing power risk, also known as inflation, right? So the ideal here is that the principal gets adjusted every 6 months based on the inflation rate, and the inflation rate is based on the consumer price index. So they kind of work in tandem. So let's kind of take a look. So the base year, let's say the bond principal is $1,000, typical. Coupon is 3%, inflation 4%, and this is our starting point. So half a year later, the new principal is going to be the old one plus the inflation rate times 0.5, because it's half of that. It's adjusting semi-annually. So it's going to be 1020. And the interest check is going to be based on this new principal amount, not the old one. This is how we're getting protected from the inflation here. So it's going to be this number here times 3% coupon times 0.5. And so it's $15.30. This is the first interest check. And so we can drag this down and we can see how it kind of works. So you see the bond principal keeps increasing every 6 months because it's going to get readjusted based on the rate of inflation. And then the interest check is also going to keep growing as well because it's based off the newer principal amount. So this is one way to protect yourself from inflation. And on these securities, you don't have to pay state and local taxes, but you do have to pay federal taxes. So that's something to note as well. There's a shortcut to do this, actually. So if you just take the principal and times it by the rate of inflation, you get $40 for 1 year. And we stopped at 2 years. So for the second year, you get $80 here, which is pretty straightforward, I guess. And then so if you add the 1,000 to the 80, you get 1080. And if you times this number by half of the coupon, you get 16.2, which is basically what we have here. So quick way to do what we just did, but this way is probably more exact, slightly more accurate, but it's basically the same amount. So yeah, this is a quick intro to Treasury Inflation Protected Securities, a quick overview of how you get protected from this idea of inflation. Thanks for watching.